Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name. You wanna go where people know people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Good morning, RCS. Today is Monday, January 21st, 2019. I'm Matt Marino here with Noah Larissa. Hope you all had a great weekend.
Today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Today we honor Martin Luther King Jr. for helping progress the civil rights for African Americans. Today celebrates his life and all of his achievements.
As Catholic School Week approaches us, and as Martin Luther King Jr. Day proceeds, we focus on making blessing bags of Joseph's House, Good Counsel homes, and newborns in need. Our goal is to fill these blessing bags with basic necessities, such as toiletries, to assist them as they work to improve their circumstances. It's a great experience to help those in need and to show our love, but also we get to enjoy our time working together.
Wednesday, our varsity girls have a home basketball game versus John Paul II at 7:45 p.m. Come out to see Our Lady Rams. The boys have a home basketball game at 6 p.m. on Thursday. Come out and support your classmates.
This Friday not only starts Catholic School Week, but it ends the second marking period. Now is the last chance to pull your final grades of the quarter up. And don't worry, think of the third quarter as a clean slate. This Friday to kick off Catholic Schools Week is the Brain Show and Spaghetti Dinner. This is definitely one of the best nights of the calendar.
Next Monday will be the Coffee House, where the RCS students show off their talents. Please sign up to show us your favorite song or number. The schedule has been cleared off conflicts that all can attend. Today, as we celebrate MLK Day, here are Gianna and Gianna with some great info on Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Martin Luther King Jr. was a civil rights activist in the 1950s and 1960s. He led nonviolent protests to fight for the rights of all people, including African Americans. He hoped that America and the world could become a colorblind society where race would not impact a person's civil rights. He is considered one of the greatest orators of modern times, and his speech still inspires many to this day.
Martin Luther King Jr. was born in Atlanta, Georgia on January 15, 1929. He went to Booker T. Washington High School. He was so smart that he skipped 2 grades in high school. Martin's dad was a preacher, which inspired Martin to pursue the ministry. He had a younger brother and an older sister. In 1953, he married Coretta Scott. Later, they would have 4 children.
In his first major civil rights action, Martin Luther King Jr. led the Montgomery bus boycott. This started when Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on a bus to a white man. She was arrested and spent the night in jail. As a result, Martin helped to organize a boycott of public transportation system in Montgomery. The boycott lasted for over a year. It was very tense at times. Martin was arrested and his house was bombed. In the end, however, Martin prevailed and segregation on the Montgomery buses came to an end. In 1963, Martin Luther King Jr. helped to organize the famous March on Washington. Over 2,500 people attended this march in an effort to show the importance of civil rights legislation. Some of the issues the march hoped to accomplish included an end to segregation in public schools, protection from police abuse, and to get laws passed that would prevent discrimination in employment.
It was at this march where Martin gave his I Have a Dream speech. This speech has become one of the most famous speeches in history. The March on Washington was a great success. The Civil Rights Act was passed a year later in 1964. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated on April 4, 1968 in Memphis, Tennessee, where, while standing on the balcony of his hotel, he was shot by James Earl Ray.
Some more important facts about Martin Luther King Jr. King was the youngest person to be awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964.
Martin Luther King Jr. has been a national holiday since 1986.
At the Atlanta premiere of the movie Gone with the Wind, Martin sang with his church choir.
There are over 730 streets in the United States named after Martin Luther King Jr.
One of his main influences was Gandhi, who taught people to protest in a nonviolent manner.
He was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal and the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Back to the anchors.
Thanks, Giada and Gianna. Let's make our day of service meaningful and rewarding.
That's all for today, RCS. For now, this is Noah Rose and Matt Marino signing off. We'll leave you with an excerpt from the famous I Have a Dream speech. Have a great day.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream. My four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted. Every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain.